Hello Virgo, this is your Tarot reading for February 2016. And as you can see, I am adding your cards this month here. There's been requests for it. And so I'm putting in the still picture of your spread for this month. And it is a 36 card reading for those of you who have been familiar with ordering personal readings. This is how it looks. It allows us to look at the 12 different areas of life, just like in your astrological chart, but here we have the Tarot giving some action to it. So we're starting off to the far left, which is the first house, and this is you, your personality, your persona, the things that are taking place for you here right now. And you know what comes up here is I don't know what this Mercury retrograde did for you. Maybe it looks like you could have misplaced something, keys, your wallet, your purse, something. Which has left you looking, searching, trying to find it again. And if so, well, whatever disappeared on you of value there, it looks like it may return to you here early month. So that's good news. It's always frustrating when things disappear, doesn't it? But here I'm feeling too financially for you. There is money coming your way, and it is tied into the past. So it's money's owed to you. Not necessarily new money. And I feel there is some information coming your way about the date or when this money should be transferred to your account, but I definitely see it coming in, and it is paying off. So it allows you even to have a little bit more, perhaps, of a financial overflow this month, and nothing feels better than that. So at least you're balancing out here, feeling good, but there's more coming in. So it's not just this one financial situation, because if we look to the area of communication, well, then I'm seeing here that something that you've been trying to reach as a goal is, or have been communicating about, that process is now coming to an end. And I feel that there is a contract or an agreement about more coming in, so that could tie in perhaps to work, that there might be a raise, or there could be money coming from another place. But this is money in your hand. It's not earned income per se. Now this is leaving a big smile on your face, and you're feeling jovial due to it. And moving on into the home and family area, which is at the bottom of this reading here, it looks like when it comes to relationships, it looks good, Virgo. It looks like there's passion. There is a unification here, this at one-ment here between you and your partner. For those of you in a relationship, and I always get that question, it's like, what about us who are not in a relationship, who's still single? Well, in that case, first and foremost, you are always in a relationship, and that is the one you have with yourself. So there could be things here that will come across as inner dialogue with yourself, and setting things up for the way that you would like it ideally, so you can come to see it works that way. Or maybe there could even be a new partner that might show up for you. Regardless, though, it is a month here where things are coming together, both at home, because this is the home and family area, but as you can see, there is definitely love here around you. Then looking to the fifth house, there is a short trip. Now, this could be you having thought about it for a while, or had some contemplation around wanting to go somewhere, to open up a door. Maybe you're just feeling antsy right now to bring some new energy into your life. But however, though, I see how you're projecting yourself into the future with something creative also, because this area rules your creativity, the businesses that you own, but also love and relationships. So, even here, it might be perhaps a trip between you and your loved one, or if he or she lives out of town, you might find an agreement of when to meet. There is you here, Virgo, and it has to do with your daily to-do list, okay, your schedules. And you're pretty good about singling things out for when things are going to take action. So I feel that you got all your ducks in a row here. All family members here seem to be in a harmonious state. There is a decision here somewhere to be made, and it's between your core family, the family that you have come from, but also to the family that you have created. So there is something here, maybe setting up, planning a reunion, a get together could be in the mix, but at least it is harmonious. Having that said, there's somebody who's not too happy, and it is in a relationship that she's having a little bit problems here. So whether this is a friend, a coworker, it could be a family member, but she comes up as an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. However, though, we don't want to get stuck in the sun sign because it could be the way she is emoting right now, which is coming through communication. So she might be using her moon sign or her rising sign energy right now, but she has a need to actually share what she's been going through. And I feel that for some time, she's been holding it very close to heart, not letting on that there has been difficulties in paradise. But at this point, she might just need to have a good ear for somebody to listen. Moving on, you are looking at how to improve your savings. We're not talking about your month-to-month income here. We've already mentioned that. But the 8th house always has to do with shared resources. So that could be between you and your partner. It looks like there might have been a period of time where you've felt maybe a little bound by circumstances, or maybe wanted to bring up a conversation about this. And sure, it could be a little tricky sometimes or a little sensitive. So it looks like you've been holding back, more like waiting for the right moment to bring something up. And it looks like the energies here now in February will allow you to actually speak of it in a good way, where it's not going to turn finically, and where you can actually see eye to eye and heart to heart and discuss how money can be set aside, how you can grow perhaps your investments as well. Now, if you've been needing to have a talk, this brings me back to the third place here of communication, where maybe some negotiations about a raise may come in. This is kind of showing off here too, in the 8th house. So put it this way, it would be to behoove you actually to bring it up with your supervisor if you're feeling that you've been underpaid or that you haven't had a raise for a long time. You will know when the time is right, because you're going to get that very strong sense and feeling of conviction. And even if it's not necessarily a raise, it could be about benefits, for example. But it also rules commissions and royalties, so you'll see where that's going to bring you. But I see success. I see that you're really happy that you took the opportunity to do so, because when we look at the next placement here, you feel so empowered and strong. You're really taking direction now of your self-worth. You know what you're good for, and from it, there is respect that has been gained. You're into a new cycle, a new life cycle here when the world shows up, so this is fantastic. But also we can look at the world and we can say, well, looking into the 10th spot, there's a long distance travel there. Maybe you're working towards saving some money, putting some money aside so that you can take a long distance vacation here later on in the year. And it looks like you might not be alone on that. That probably will very much so be you and your partner taking off together. There's a lot of I'd like to say intense wishing going on here, as if it's time to create that shift. And I feel that you will do it in a very loving way, but also where you're just very, very dynamically focused on this. So work this month here, I see stability. Really don't see a whole lot of changes going on there. So you're doing good. And here in the 11th spot for your hopes and dreams, well, that's showing up here pretty strong. There's strength there. And I'm seeing how you have cultivated something here, Virgo, for some time now, like working towards adding to the wish list, inching your way towards the idea And don't stop here now, because it looks like it is not only within reach here pretty soon, but there's also a surprise, something that you hadn't really counted on that might just come as an extra blessing. So to finalize your reading here for what we have for February, there's action. I see you being very swift in your movements, in your decisions, in your actions, feeling that it's like, a hot knife cutting through butter. There's success, and you're feeling strong and victorious as you're approaching and receiving the one blessing after the other. There's more than one surprise for you here, Virgo, in February, so be ready for it, and just know that you're absolutely blessed here this month. So listen to your astrology reading if you haven't. That will give you a whole long list of those beautiful transits that are all lined up here as blessings in a row. And I will see you next month in March. Have a good one now.